I'm still convinced the scoop is completely artificial, so misleading. All right, let's see if we have to scoop or not on a hardtail when we bunny hop.
That'll probably work.
Last time we got together and talked about bunny hopping and flat pedals, I made this little device right here to prove that something called the scoop is not real. I'm still convinced the scoop is completely artificial. It's probably just a term to help explain something, but I really don't like this term because it's so misleading. The idea is that you can scoop your bike up by using your legs to lift the back half of your bike when you're bunny hopping. I've been bunny hopping for, oh gosh, 26 years now. And if I've learned anything, it's that your legs do not pull your bike up whatsoever. It's all in the arms, upper body, and wrist. So to test this preposterous hypothesis that you can scoop your pedals and that brings your bike up into the air, I made the Flatfoot 4000, anatomically correct. These are just pieces of highly expensive material referred to as lumber, or in this case, oriented strand board. And so there's no traction at all on these. And we posted this video where I attempted to scoop with pedals that have absolutely no traction at all to disprove the whole scooping thing. Well, luckily, you guys went bananas in the comments down below, which was great to see. And one of the #1 things you guys seem to comment about is that I needed to try this on a hardtail. There's a lot of misconceptions that bunny hopping is way easier on a full suspension bike and that this trick was like faked or something because I had a full suspension bike for that video. Well, in this video, we're gonna try bunny hopping 3 different hardtails. Birds are going nuts up here. So I just pedaled and pushed my way up. We're just shy of 7,000 feet right here, and it's been a long afternoon. I've been sweating nonstop. I could really go for some electrolytes right now. I've partnered with Element Electrolytes. These guys are really into a very natural system, so they use sodium, magnesium, potassium. That's really it in their electrolyte mix, no sugars or anything. When you've been sweating a lot, you really need to not just drink water, but also replenish your electrolytes. It's how your body conducts the electrical currents throughout itself and fires muscles and all that. I've been a big fan of this Element stuff, works great, been using it for a couple months now. I have a link in the YouTube description below where any of you can get a free Element sample pack just for the cost of shipping. It's like $5 or whatever. I've got that linked in the YouTube description down below. So thank you, Element, and thanks to all of you. I think you guys are gonna like this stuff. My favorite flavors are the watermelon, the citrus, and the grapefruit. Hardtail #1, the ultimate internet hardtail, Chromag Stylus. This has a 29-inch front wheel with a 27.5 rear wheel called a mullet. Got a coil fork up front too, also super sweet. The next contestant is my friendly little Transition Bikes dirt jumper. This bike is almost old enough to vote. I think it's actually older than Logan, who's holding the camera. This bike was, I think, a 2006 or 2007 model year. It's a dirt jumper. My last fork exploded on me, so I haven't ridden it since the fork explosion. And then the final bike, my Trials bike. This is an inspired Hex 26-inch wheeled street trials bike. If you've never ridden a trials bike before, they're extremely hard to ride. To actually do trials on this, it's hilarious how much harder it is than on a regular old mountain bike. We'll try Flatfoot 4000 on this and see if we can even do a rolling bunny hop. This is made for more like techniques while you're on the brakes, as far as I can tell. I'm no trials master. So without further ado, let's jump out in some local parks and try out the bunny hop machine and just see if we really do need to scoop in order to bunny hop on a hardtail, and if a hardtail can even bunny hop, because supposedly a full suspension bike makes it easier. You guys are funny. I love your comments. I don't see an 8 mil. Before we dive into the experiment, we gotta have a bit of a control. So step 1, cross-country ultimate internet bike with regular pedals. Get our bunny hop machine ready to go. This is just 5 pieces of wood, some screws, and a piece of conduit. So if I miss my bunny hop, we know that I've missed it. Let's do a couple bunny hops and then try the Flatfoot 4000. It'd be cool to have a side one we can slow-mo. Anatomically correct Flatfoot 4000s preventing any and all scooping motion. I wish I was working on my dirt bike, so I brought a Moto T-handle. Oh, that's right, I don't have a dirt bike. So here we go, Flatfoot 4000s installed on the world's most internet hardtail. I really like this bike. It's a lot of fun, and we just ruined it with the Flatfoot 4000. No longer do I have traction on my wonderful Shimano pedals. All right, let's see if we have to scoop or not on a hardtail when we bunny hop. I am scared. I'm legit scared. Oh, it worked. Sweet. Let's try that again. We have relocated the bunny hop machine to more shady conditions. This is my dirt jumper. Like I mentioned a second ago, I don't ride this bike very often, but this should be the easiest bike in my whole quiver for bunny hopping. So first up, let's get a control and try bunny hopping without the heinous Flatfoot 4000s. Then we'll put on the terrible pedals and see if we can still bunny hop without the infamous scoop. Oh, it's so much easier. All right, you good? Since I never ride this bike anymore, I'm super nervous because it pulls up so quick and flies so easy. The short back end and short front center means this thing bunny hops way easier than any other bike in my quiver. This is a trials bike. I am not a trials rider. I feel very much out of my element. As a result, we're gonna set up the bunny hop machine in the beginner mode. See if I can learn how to bunny hop this thing at speed. Oh, it's so awkward. We could go higher than that. Oh, you can hear my wrist popping out of socket. I might be getting ahead of myself and a little optimistic with that height on the trials bike. What makes this bike hard to bunny hop is not the rigid fork. It's this long stem. There's a lot of weight in the front wheel. Also the bottom bracket. This right here is the third tallest building in the world. It's right around Taipei 101. Super, it's like, that's like 174 meters off the ground. So when you're already that high up, it's hard to go even higher. You gotta call in air traffic control and request clearance. Moderated progression, that's how we do this safely. I wanna say this is 24 inches high. It's a 26-inch wheel, but that looks more like 22 inches high to me. I don't know. Oh, this is the scaredest I've been in a long while. I never ride this bike. It's super hard to ride. I'm always making videos on mountain bikes. And here we go, Flatfoot 4000 on a bike that I have no clue how to ride, and the bottom bracket is well above the axle center line, so it has a very different feel than a normal fun bicycle. This is gonna be interesting. Oh, awesome, it worked. There we go, rigid bike, no possible way to scoop my pedals. The only way I can lift my bike, I have to get my foot past, like crazy angled. So if you guys stay tuned, I'm gonna do a whole video on how to bunny hop. It's coming up next, and I'm gonna film it on all three of these bikes. You don't need to scoop with your pedals. It's all in the arms. Look at that. See, my feet weren't even on the pedals, and arms and wrists lift your bike, not a scoop pulling up on your pedals. No, no, no. Maybe you need to make a scoop motion, but the word scoop, it's kind of a pet peeve of mine because it makes it seem like you are physically scooping your bike up. So maybe we can collectively think of a better way to explain this motion of unweighting your feet. If you tell me I'm unweighting my feet, I have no problems. That's exactly what I do. Tell me I'm scooping? What? I'm just bringing my feet up. If you're some kind of an athlete and you're doing an actual jump, you naturally point your toes down. So it's the same thing when you're doing a bunny hop on a bicycle. It's literally the same. Let me know your ideas for a new term on how your legs unweight the back of the bike. Oh, maybe that's the term, unweighting. Maybe not. Let me know if you have a better idea. Let's try this a few more times too.